Hello everyone, my name is Minecraft EV3 and today I'll be showing you some 1.17 snapshot build hacks. Now, first of all, this is a very early snapshot. This is the second snapshot, so things will probably change in the future and stuff, but these are just some of my thoughts. Also, there may be more of these videos since snapshots are coming out every week, so that's good. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, I built a little room here just for show. But my first idea was kind of like a hidden snow base, or an over kind of buried snow base. It's all buried in the snow. So what I did for this is, so first I got a cauldron and some powdered snow. And so what you can do is you can collect the powdered snow in the cauldron in survival mode, or that's just easier. But it kind of gives off this effect, or there's like a solid block inside. So it kind of gives off an effect where there's like an engraving or some sort of metal or something buried in snow. And along with that, to help the effect, I got some netherite blocks. Now this would be very expensive in survival mode, but I guess there's other alternatives too, like you can use like maybe polished blackstone. That could also work. But anyways, yeah. Along with that, I also used some of the new calcite, which kind of looks like snow a little bit, like dirty snow. And to help the effect too, I used some mushroom stem as dirtier snow. And I used some of the powdered snow itself, which looks very similar to actual snow. You can see there's a slight difference. This is more smooth, that's more like rough. And then I included like a door using some of this tuff and some acacia wood, because these two go well together. They have a similar kind of vibe to them. And I kind of put a door in the snow, as well as like a little antenna. So you could turn this into a full-fledged thing. I wouldn't recommend doing this in survival for two reasons. First of all, because it could be expensive. First of all, blocks of netherite. Second, calcite is kind of rare. And third of all, when you can get stuck in the powdered snow and it can damage you and it's annoying to get out and stuff. So that's why I wouldn't recommend doing this base in survival mode. You can do it in creative mode though. Next idea is, it's a little bit generic, I think you already know. But it's kind of like an ocean base, kind of guardian themed base. As you can see, we have a banner here, a little candlestick with like some orange candles, a bed, a window, some like pipe work. You could build this like underwater, and as you can see, the copper blocks, they go very well with this prismarine. They blend very well. This is a little bit more blue, so if you wanted to do gradient, you could do this. As you can see, yeah, and then you use the copper kind of orangish look to match with the guardian. Next here we have kind of just a copper roof style, so like it's kind of aging copper. As you can see, it's kind of like a blacksmith place over here. I used some blast furnaces, tuff, stone, just for the ground, some spruce wood over there. You get the kind of look. And just using the different types of copper, as well as granite. Granite goes well with the second stage of copper, I would say. Those two look pretty similar. And yeah. This is a kind of nice look, as well as a fence using some lightning rods. Those could be good in a fence. Yeah, so that's another design you could use as a survival base. So my next idea here is like kind of a sword and a stone. It's kind of a smaller idea, but I use some tough acacia stone. And here I used just an end rod and a black candle. So how I did this, I placed 3 blocks here. Mine one of them, mine that. Placed an end rod down there. Actually, I guess you don't need 3 blocks, but then if you get you place it here, it looks like a sword. You can make a sword in a stone design. And this is another kind of obvious idea, my next one. So what I made here is kind of like a steampunk-like factory. So I put some candlesticks, I'll talk about those later. Some pipes, kind of, like they're ending off. On the ground I used some oak wood strip. I kind of made a gradient, so it's kind of dirty in the corners and stuff. Made a little crate. Yeah, a workstation, like up here, you can see there's some grindstones, kind of a conveyor belt, some sort of thing going up in there, shards, another work table, more candlesticks. And I also use this tinted glass. It goes pretty well with black stained and gray stained glass. It has kind of a purpley look to it almost, but the tinted glass doesn't let any light through. So that's why I added these candlesticks. But yeah, you can do whatever you want with this. You can use copper to kind of do steampunky styles. These are kind of small rooms, but you can do way bigger things. Now my next idea, I really like this one. This is an enchanting room. So when you walk in, you can stand up here and you can enchant your things. And if you listen very closely, you can hear like tiny little jingles. Here, listen. Now, I thought that kind of sounded like experience orbs. Also, I added kind of this overhang. But, so if you flick this lever, you can have some experience on that. This is really simple redstone. All it is just a redstone wire going down, activating 2 dispensers. But you may be wondering where that jingle is coming from, because I'm not moving. Well, actually, if you see here, what I did is I put a bunch of rabbits down there. When they stand on those, they make small sounds, like small little XP sounds. So I thought that was a nice touch to the enchanting room. So first of all, here's one, like a popsicle stand. So you can sell, like on the beach, like a stand, some popsicles or ice cream or something. So I just used the powdered snow cauldron with some blue candles and some magenta candles. So I thought this one was really cool. Like there are like flowers on a cactus, and you can put small little details. And on the pumpkin you can have the green candle as a stem. On the melon you can have a green candle as a stem. So yeah, candles are really versatile. You don't only have to use them for lighting. Some candlesticks, so you can have like a double end rod one, single end rod one. We used these earlier in the steampunk room. So we can use lightning rods as candles, and even fences, and you can go wherever you want with this. It's a Christmas tree idea since December's coming up. Here, first of all, here's some presents. You can use really any block you want, but you can put I recommend also the large amethyst bud, because the next one, the amethyst cluster, that's a little bit too big in my opinion. But you can make presents, leaves, and then you can make a Christmas tree, and this is like a star. You just put the crystals all around and you use candles as little ornaments on the tree, and you can light them if you really want to. Now ending off almost, we have a few table designs. Again, you can go wherever you want with this. Just like 4 lightning rods, you can change any color, any variant. Really, it's up to you, but that's just to kind of give you a little start off. And this one I've seen before, so I'm not going to claim it as my idea. Again, a lot of these I'm not claiming as my idea, but red candles look a lot like dynamite. Like even the item looks like dynamite, and you can light it on fire. So it would be great with TNT, maybe at a dock where they're loading cannons or something. You could put a bunch of candles. You can make kind of an amethyst themed room. So this one is one of my favorites. It's kind of modern. So how the amethyst works in the game is, so there's an outer layer of tuff, an inner layer of calcite, and the innermost layer of the amethyst. So you can kind of take inspired off of that. So there's an outer layer of tuff. You can even include acacia if you want. Then on the inner layer I use like some diorite, some smooth quartz, and mostly calcite, and kind of made this room. And then on the innermost I put the amethyst. So back here there's some candles, a sofa, little shelf, some end rods to light up the place, the table, and the TV. So yeah, you can include this in your modern base or whatever you want. There's even some storage here. Anyways, I know this video was kind of short since there wasn't much content in this snapshot, or at least building. There was a lot of content, which I'm really excited about, and there will be a new snapshot coming out on Wednesday, I think. So I'm excited to see what's in there. But anyways, I'm just gonna leave it off here. Thank you for watching and goodbye.